Hey guys, it is Monday afternoon and I'm Angie Rose, holistic health coach here with your Monday Mojo. So I am excited. We have actually hit the month of August and we are starting a new topic this month. And really this month, I want to take a deep dive into something that is probably preventing most of you from reaching your goals. And it's actually cravings and why we have them, as well as what causes them. With you about this, I know August is kind of one of those months, guys, because our kids are getting back in school. We are trying to get back into a new routine. All kinds of things are kind of shifting, and weight loss and healthy living sometimes takes a back seat in the month of August because so many of us think, well, I just got to get my kids back in school. I just got to get past Labor Day, whatever that may be for you. I don't know what your limiting beliefs are that stop you or give you an excuse to not do what you need to do in the month of August, but all of us have them in some way, shape, or form. I know summer is not officially on the calendar coming to an end as in the date, but I know that things do shift from summer mentality to now in September, it'll shift back to more of a focused mentality and getting ourselves going in the right direction. So I want to talk with you about some things that actually impact your energy, your health, your choices, and of course, even your results. And for a lot of us, food choices and what we feed our body actually are a huge issue when it comes to cravings. Okay. So, this month, as I said, we're going to talk a little bit about what causes those cravings. Today, I'm going to give you a couple keys on how to pay attention to figure out whether the food you're actually feeding yourself is making you more hungry. As a holistic health coach and someone who tries to eat healthy, live healthy, of course, maintain my weight loss, but help others to lose weight as well, one of the biggest things is figuring out what people are eating and if it's hindering them or actually helping them. And my clients will tell you, if they have been with me long enough, they will hear me say over and over and over, it is not just about calories, but calories in, calories out, or it's not just about calories, but it's about nutrition. So many of us have lost weight, try to lose weight, or trying to feel better and have more energy and overall just be a fitter person. It's not just about calorie counting, guys. And this comes from a health coach, someone who makes you count calories and portion control, because I want you to learn the balance. This is so important, okay? So what I want you guys to think about, what results are you actually working toward, and if you're not right now, but you will be soon, maybe they are in this list right here. Maybe you're working on fat loss or body fat loss, body fat percentage. Maybe you're working on balancing some hormones out, boosting your energy levels, balancing your gut flora, how good your gut is working on digestion, all those wonderful things, working on pooping better. As a health coach, I just had to go there. If I'm going to talk about gut, poop is the bomb, and it shouldn't be a bomb. All right, I'm going to keep moving on. And maybe you're just working on just being a healthier overall person. As we age, what we know, if you haven't figured it out yet, is you can't do what you did in your 20s and probably even your 30s. As we hit 40, 50, and 60, we have to change what we're doing, guys. You cannot expect to live a long, healthy, amazing, energy-built life on junk food. That's just all there is to it. So no matter what the results are you're going after, I want you to know, tip number one is it all leads back to what you eat. All of those goals and results you're working toward all lead back to what you're consuming all the time. Okay? So if you are struggling with any of those things and trying to get yourself moving in the right direction, seeing the scale not move, energy levels not going up, brain fog not leaving, hot flashes going nuts, any of those kinds of things, the truth is, you know what? It probably comes back to your food. So I'm just saying it again and again and again. Food, food, food. There's your sign. Here's your sign. I'm telling you, what you eat affects it all. So if you're struggling to make this stuff shift and change, unfortunately, I just want to say the odds are not in your favor to make it happen easily. So many people tell me, they're like, Angie, I just don't want to have to think about it all the time. And I don't want to have to do all the work. And I just don't want to do it. I don't want to spend the rest of my life thinking about food and my food choices. And the truth of the matter is, you do. You have to spend time thinking about what you're putting in, what you're purchasing at the grocery store, what meals you're going to be making, all of those kinds of things. Because do you know what ends up happening when we don't think about it? We end up buying quick fix, crap snacks, craptastic food that I probably wouldn't even call food because it's ultra processed, refined junk food. Okay? I just have to say, one of the things that I share with my clients is if, let's say, for example, rice, anything instant rice, if I can cook something instantly in 5 minutes that normally takes 45 to 60 minutes to cook, there's a problem with that. And food manufacturers are playing on your biggest weakness. And do you want to know what that biggest weakness is? Does anybody have a guess? What your biggest weakness is when it comes to purchasing crap snacks and food that is not any nutritional value? The answer is time. Time management, lack of time, and I just don't have enough time. That is your biggest weakness for most of you, is time. Exactly, Sue Ellen. You probably said it and typed it before I actually gave the answer. It just popped up on my screen, which is time and convenience. You are exactly right. Those are two of the biggest weaknesses that we have, that they know if they will cater to it, you will buy their product. Secondly, the other thing that they cater to is your craving. But I want to give you a big red flag and a big epiphany moment. They actually create your cravings and then give you foods that supposedly curb your craving, but they don't. Okay, so I just want to say that's the second weakness they prey on, is your cravings. But the big red flag is they're ones that usually are creating the craving. Okay, so the reason why I say this is because most of our food is so highly processed that it is high in sugar, high in salt, high in trans fat, and high in the things that are actually going to trip your trigger here in your big old noggin that are going to make you want to eat more. Okay, so this is the catch-22, is the suckers create the cravings, manufacturers create the cravings, and then they create the food, or they have the food that are supposedly we're spending our money on to fulfill the craving. Okay, so they're smart. They're business. They're all about business, and they're going to do what they need to do to make sure they get your hard-earned dollar and your focus. Okay, so I want you to think of things like chips, ice cream, granola bars, white bread, cookies, all those kinds of things that actually, once we eat it, pop is another one. This is one this week I'm going to kind of share with you one of my issues that I can struggle with if I don't pay attention. Soda pop. That is one of my biggest cravings. I love it. I don't drink it every day. I drink it once in a while. But I have figured out when I drink a soda pop, which is a Dr. Pepper, I will not drink a pop unless it's a Dr. Pepper. I don't even waste my calories. And even then, it has to be in a bottle. Okay? Angie is super picky. If I'm going to have a craving, and I'm going to have a pop, it's going to be one that I enjoy. Now, on top of that, I have figured out, you guys, that after I have a Dr. Pepper, give me about an hour to an hour and a half, and now I have cravings. And now I want junk food. And I figured this out, I don't know, a few years ago, that after I would have it, I would be back in the kitchen looking for something to eat. And usually it wasn't good stuff. I wanted something sweet. I wanted more sweet. Okay? So I just gave myself a large dose of sweet and sugar with a Dr. Pepper in a bottle, which probably runs, if you buy a regular bottle, it's 250 calories a bottle. And I think it's over 50 grams of sugar for one bottle. I know it's not good, but I want to live too. Okay? So give me a little grace. But what I have found out and figured out was, once I do that, if I drink that bottle of pop, I either got to be very aware of what's happening and be on top of my game, or I'm going to find myself eating more sugar, more calories, and more junk the rest of the day. It is a true fact that I know it actually happens. They give us food that creates more cravings, which makes us buy more food, and, well, it's not even food, but more junk, and we eat it, guys. So I want to point out to you that most of our shelf-stable food, when I say shelf-stable food, this is stuff that's still going to be around when the zombie apocalypse happens and you're wanting to find food to survive. Means it's still somewhat edible, like a freaking Twinkie or whatever else you want to throw in there. It is completely stripped, guys, of its nutrients. It's stripped of its components, its good, healthy components like fiber. Okay? Fiber is probably one of the biggest things that's lacking a lot of times. But with lots of added other crap, okay? So just an example, what does fiber do for us? Fiber actually helps us stay full, okay? It helps us balance our blood sugars. It can slow or even stop cravings, the right kinds of fiber, and it makes a carb more complex, which means it makes it a little harder to break down, a little slower, helps with digestion, helps us poop better. If you're eating a ton of junk food and you aren't pooping, or not very often, it's probably because you're not getting good fiber, because most of the food you're choosing is lack of fiber. Okay. So like I said, they add a lot of extra crap, and the crap they add is addictive, high in calories, and low in nutrients. There is no good nutritional value in it. Now, let me say this. This comes back to my whole Dr. Pepper thing, guys. Honestly, I will say to you, I don't think every food choice, every moment of your whole dang life should be all about nutrition and all about weight loss and all those kinds of things. I do think 90% of your food should be good, clean, whole, real, healthy foods that will die and rot if you don't eat them in a timely manner or freeze them. I think it is very, very important. But I also think in order to live and not feel totally deprived my whole life, 10% of my food choices are splurge and enjoyable foods. I enjoy my other food too. The 90% is enjoyable to me because I've ate it long enough. But I'm just saying, some people would call them cheats, or they would call them bad foods. I don't call them bad foods. I don't call them cheats. They're splurges. I'm going to splurge above and beyond what I'm normally doing. Okay. But 10% is literal. But do you understand what 10% is? If I am eating 7 days a week and I'm eating 3 meals and a snack, that's 4 times a day I'm eating that I have my clients eat. That's 28 meals and snacks in a week. What is 10% of that? Maybe 2 meals. 2 to 3 meals are a splurge within the whole week, and it's not a free-for-all. Okay? So, what I just want to share with you guys, I want you to really be thinking about, if you're really, really struggling with cravings and not really paying attention, like you just crave all the time, I really highly recommend doing a food journal for a week and paying attention to everything you stick in your mouth, and you write it down. I don't even care. It doesn't even have to be MyFitnessPal. It could be just a notebook. and writing it down and paying attention to the 5 W's, which I'll talk with you later in the week about in one of my tips. But really it comes down to who, what, where, when, and why. I want you to think about who you were with, where you were, what you were doing, why you were doing it, all that good stuff, and how did it affect your food choices. Okay? So, guys, I hope this helps. I know that our goal is to always clean it up and just make better choices when it comes to our food. Because again, as I said in the very beginning of this video, our food choices really do dictate our health. They absolutely do. Whether it's weight loss, weight maintenance, just having energy, balancing hormones, having good digestion, all those things, it all comes back to your food choices. So I want you to take some time this week, do a food journal, figure out how often you're craving, how often I drink that afternoon pop or that afternoon coffee or whatever it may be, and by 3:30 I am ready for a candy bar or M&Ms from the candy dish, and I'm just snacking all the time because of choices I'm making every single day. I would love to hear about it. I would love to know more when in the comments of if you know or if you do try doing a food journal. And of course, lastly, you know what, guys, if you're ready to get a handle on it and you just need some support, that is why I'm here. I do offer you a 1-hour free consultation to come in to learn more, no obligation. Honestly, no obligation. Work with me. Do a 3-month or a 6-month program with me. I charge $200 a month. I'm always very open and honest, right out front with what I charge. But you know what? I have so many clients tell me that when we start eating cleaner and following that 90-10 rule, they're not eating out 6, 7, 8 times a week, and they can afford me. And in the process, they're gaining a lot of benefits. So I want you thinking about it. If you're interested, give me a call. My number is 308-850-2419, or you can visit me online at angierosehealthcoaching.com. Fill out a contact me form and I'll get a hold of you and we can visit a little bit more, give you some more information on what this looks like, set up that 1-hour free if you're so inclined. I would love to help you out. All right, guys, I hope that gives you a little Monday mojo to be moving forward and doing what you need to be doing. We will see you again next Monday. Have a blessed week. Talk soon.